for say dear yenam top connect so emani sika de bagana efri wiase afa na nyina yenchia ka pre ane aye free top connect amasika mane ayemrekra ye wohia ne se wo be download with top connect app no e Play Store diama wo Android phone and as we use iPhone so or Apple Store na download the top connect aye simple cra top connect wa manda radio num so wo Europe North America and Asia woman wo dofu sika fa top connect so aye ntem na emre na mawa hoto so say dear sika mane di foforo kra any top connect so we yan chechemu bia for top connect our +442 081 6155 and a +442 081 761 600 +447 882 950 088 and nasa hwehwe top connect our befuntin tefidie nyina so top connect fasika mane wa dofo asumjemu a wontia ka pre top connect yenso ye dienie
President Nanado, your friend Matheson, Sunyane Namiwo. Makotna awonu Holland, ako Sam in Fifure. Sikaka kre minya yeno. Me diaba mia me maimu, Ghana. Diaba betu registered bank, JN bank yi. President Nanado, ube TV so bekatre Ghana for se. JN bank anye ne jumaye, tiwaje bank ne licenses no. Wo the customers ni sika be mo. 3 years muni mensanka emisika sika kakre ka ye no so 550 million media kwa akoto commercial bank na me say commercial bank de me di misika koto ho a e save President Nanado enam IMF bosia na wo kwa akoboni nti osimi misika 550 million na odi akwa akoye adwuma nya interest wo so no once the koran on famame misika trene no so o se onfa mame just 2024 na sika no interest ketewa no a menya no obema me mu 5%. Menya adwuma wo Ghana mintimi so enko Holland se me koye adwuma minfi akọ animu kakra kwan ben so na mefa so a me na meyire ne memma ibedidi Mr. President mesero se memma se me be striska efri ho Mia misika makosam infifre enya no mesro se obama mensa aka obi bia obi tie saa me audio me recording yi bi no mesram se mode beto mo platform so ebetimi afa so ma President Nanado nensa aka we nyama se mi bi etie Ghana mpem for mesram so se mo ne President Nanado be kasa ma me medamase.
Good morning, President Nanado Adankwa Akufo-Addo. I'm paying me bano boko. Midin the ASP retired Franklin Nati. Mesun Ghana ewo police mu 24 plus years. Na mi gratuity mensan kano milito bond 2 years aka 1 year this year September 2023 na mi bond no amateur wu adwina wo de ba ye say wakoboka ana wa bugana abofom enti me brama bre sika medito bond no commercial bank no onfa mame we enye am robber ene ebe chimiji misika o oman panyi a ya tu abama no se onhwe yeso emra wo fru plane 18,000 pounds an hour nkrofo kachre wanted emra wo fa so many ministers se omunu na woni omu betumi ayejuma nkrofo kachre wanted ene your incompetence Inti me bre ama bre. Ah, me di sika. Ah, ye di tua me ka se gratuity. Me fa hwe me ho so no. Usi wafa. This is 2033. Se mi manu na upese omumbe jisika na minana no mo a minim. President, wani diemu misrew. Unuana ni bank edi enim eji loans no mfaso a wanya no misrew mano fansa mfaso no ekutu yesika no mesika no mfa mame nanado utrimu yedin papa obi a maye juma Ghana mra kire se 24 years plus no yentu ameka as a retired officer no usi untu ameka menya 60 years ye nanado minister mi bisa wo. Have you been a civil servant in Ghana before? Have you worked as a civil servant? Please. Nanado. Mimpese. Mbe kasati yao. Mimpese mbe dumi usu eni ubusiya debi. Midi yao esreo. Tise se na Mr. Matheson. Efri sunyani esreo no. Jai misika mami. Midin di ASP Franklin Kwesi Nate. Mi tome bon wo commercial bank. It was Accra North branch. Please, I beg you, in the name of God, don't touch my money. Don't touch my money. Don't touch my money. Anybody who receives this, please send it to as many platforms for Nana Adodanko Akufo-Addo to see, to hear, and to see. Or his cousin Ken Oforiatta should hear. Please, 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 Nanado, I'm not supposed to beg you. Because when you were begging that you should be tried, I remember traveling from Kumasi to Kofrodua to vote for you 2016, thinking you are bringing something on board. I regretted it. I have regretted all my life. Some friends told me, Anka unya accident or question na uya. Well, Nanado, please, whoever received this message, forward it to as many platforms. Let Nanado hear me and ensure I have my money. Thank you.
What's name wacha? Mama inji 2 years. Says here the fear be 2 years. I want them. What's name? What's name 2 years? We are 2 years account. Says here no. So dan someone has a per se. Open single room. Open single room. Says here no put 600. Put 500. Put 700, 800. Nya dying. Says here agent for age 100 CDs for viewing fee, and I say 80 Ghana for viewing fee. Just show you the room. Says here if you're a full beard, your mother agent for Uchia 9,600. Also Uchia agent 900, 600, 900 and almost 1,000 CDs. Why? Says here you to the day. Why? Like why? What? Like why? Hey, like it's serious. Sir, Matsna demo 2 years. I'm paying 8,000. Now I'm supposed to pay 9,600. And you're taking the 2 years. You take 1 year and put. Because you see me 6 months in 1 year. Says here the we Juma me fiera. Uba boa no busumi pay the amount. Say 600 or say 700. You have to eat only small one pay because a whole month no pay. And see back on one by a day. Uma should be yo. Umehwe bibiye wo man mu ampenifo mo nka ho asem hwe na youth for ne ye bre na ye kunkum ye ni how a direct nti ye be di ponti no wo be kom ye kun wo be kom ye kun nti youth no nti ye bre no munhu a dansem e kun ye adai how Ghana ye ble papa adai. And then fear walk in and catch a very me patrol me per diamond, but because of agents viewing fees or do cut set them or bet you 80 cities and now say 100 cities. And then done so man dying who could have 600 yes single room name or do 2 years 600 cities 2 years because of that into the old thing with that or no person or two now or do a for a show on 600 500. That they would turn into a person who 2 years. As the moon come shame my and say youth in the year bread. Ye only a better a bone, ye ask me a to a back. I make a very influence in call for a
public service. So why do you want to be president?
Well, I want to be president because I want to be the flag bearer of the MPP, which is what is driving me, to give an opportunity for me to make a contribution to the new patriotic party, as you saw in 2020.
Private practice and in government and in public service. So why do you want to be president?
Well, I want to be president because I want to be the flag bearer of the MPP, which is what is driving me, to give an opportunity for me to make a contribution to the new patriotic party, as you saw in 2020.
Private practice and in government and in public service. So why do you want to be president?
Well, I want to be president because I want to be the flag bearer of the MPP, which is what is driving me, to give an opportunity for me to make a contribution to the new patriotic party, as you saw in 2020.
Private practice and in government and in public service. So why do you want to be president?
Well, I want to be president because I want to be the flag bearer of the MPP, which is what is driving me, to give an opportunity for me to make a contribution to the new patriotic party, as you saw in 2020.
Private practice and in government and in public service. So why do you want to be president?
Well, I want to be president because I want to be the flag bearer of the MPP, which is what is driving me, to give a
Right. Oh, see, Aquaba. You guys are welcome to the NFM Radio. A beautiful weekend. It's a no, it isn't. Isn't it right? It's a Saturday. Ho ho ho! And the Saturday night was so beautiful, was so pleasant. I just wanted to continue. See what I mean? Those of you listening anywhere and everywhere, whether tuning or Facebook or YouTube, please kindly share, and share to everybody, okay? Okay? Thank you. right, so another weekend is here. That is, a whole week has passed, and a lot of things has happened in Ghana. Loads of them. Not many of them can be said to be good. You know that there is lots of problems in Nigeria. In Nigeria politics, you see what I mean? I have a Nigerian friend who said, Musa, I thought your country, there's some resemblance of calmness and reasonability. What's going on? I said, what's going on? Tell me. He said, I saw the clip and they are demolishing people's houses. I said, oh, Akwaba. And I was okay. It be so, no. They have to wait for people to build their houses everywhere. The houses that they've got permits for, the land they've got permits to build from government officials. Then after they've built it, the same government officials will make big noise. They will come and demolish it. Ye Jimmy too. Ye nim omaibu. We have the man, we have the man, we have the man, we have the man. So he said, why is it that they have to wait for people to build all these houses and then they would demolish it? Meanwhile, those people wouldn't have anywhere to sleep. Does it make sense? Me say it doesn't, but that is Africa for you. See what I mean? See what I mean? Saturday, we are at the 7:24. Because of this, my job. And those of you expecting me for the day, you want me to be there. I'll be there, but very late. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? Because I got to do this job, because I know some people hate my guts, but many people love me. They love me. And the response is mutual. So if you just tune in, you know the fire is going to burn. As the Caribbean say, fire burn them. Yes, so that is fire will burn you. That's sharpish, sunshine-ish, you know, the sort of music that, Mansa Musa those days, when even I'm doing the skipping, you know, I'm using the skipping rope, I can skip with that music. It's so sunshiny. You see what I mean? See what I mean? Mr. Duncan, thank you very much for your thumbs up. Please share the Facebook or YouTube that you are watching and listening. Please do share and invite people to come and listen. But talking about fire, you see, talking about fire, the fire that engulfed part of the Kumasi Kejetia market, that shopping center. I've heard so many issues about it. It had. I heard one story saying that the authorities say they've insured some of the properties. How do we say? Insured the marketplaces, but the insurance covers just the shop or the building and its not the contents, you know, but you know the what do we call it? The furnishings and the equipments in the building, like the water supply, electricity, wiring cables, and maybe if there's air conditioning or if there's fan, anything, that one is insured. But if you have goods, if you have your gear, your wear is in the shop, that one, the insurance doesn't cover. Well, maybe legally they can do that, but the problem is, according to what I'm trying to get one or two of the shop owners and also a representative from the Metropolitan Assembly or the KJTR management group to interview. It's always very difficult to get them, you see what I mean? But according to the shop owners, the authorities are refusing to give them a copy of the insurance policy. You know, I thought that should have been the first. I mean, nobody should even ask for that. I mean, the insurance policy should have been given to the market stall holders or the shop owners. They should have a copy of the insurance they pay. After all, they pay the insurance monthly or weekly or yearly, whatever it is. And yet, apparently, they are not going to be giving the insurance. I mean, I don't know why. Because the thing is, see, sometimes you got to weigh it up. I can understand that if maybe the goods and everything for the owners were insured together with the normal insurance, people will maybe naturally start doing silly things like steal their own goods or set fire to it. If no one is buying, then insurance claim will come and pay. Maybe that's the reason why, but at least the insurance cover should be given to the shop owners for them to read it, for their lawyers and those who know they know. You see, those na common kaimu na infantry shop owners. This is you see, because Ghana no me say dishonesty no to that extent, so that so because look, I remember, was it around 98, 99 thereabout, you see, I used to work for this demolition group company. So we once went to a certain warehouse, and you could see that the fire had, taken its fair share of the premises for, I think the fire was about 6 months or 8 months ago, and we were to make the place safe by demolishing part of it and securing part of it, put it that way. The owner of the warehouse, a Syrian, Lebanese-ish sort of person, a very nice fellow, and it's like those things that were not damaged and everything. I'm telling you this. That time, these mountain bikes and racing bikes, expensive bicycles. He said, look, the insurance has already, catered for these things. So I'm just here because you people are here. But anything you want, you can have it. And it was strange. I packed, so I had 3 nice bikes, new ones, and some foodstuffs and other things. Because the owner said, look, he cannot sell it because insurance has paid for it. And the insurance, they will even pay for these things to be to be carried away to dump it or something. You see what I mean? The honesty in society, the honesty in the system. I've always been talking about this. We have so many priests and priestesses. We have so many clergymen, so many men of God. They talk big. But the society is completely dishonest. Why? Ghana is completely dishonest, a dishonest society. Why? That is why I believe that the KJTR management group had what do we call it? They had insured the shops, but not the contents of those shops. Because they know if they insure the contents, people can dishonestly burn their own stuff and ask insurance to pay. I'm very sure of that people will do that. It's a shame. But that's where we are. Mr. Ambrose, good afternoon. Let me read what you have sent me. It's very important. If you sent me something, I've got to read it. All right? Anyway, you are listening to Mansa Musa, and the program is Fire Will Burn You. I can see here, Ambrose Kabla, shall say, how far is the domestic debt exchange in Ghana? What about our Senate contribution. Look, Ghanaians are overwhelmed. You know, they are now being beaten down with so many issues. Right. Like I said, Ghanaians have been burdened with so many issues, so much so that people are not all that bothered anymore. Okay, let me see. It looks like a lot of noise somewhere. Okay, that is enough. It looks like, yeah, okay. So, Mr. Mansa is asking me about the debt exchange program. So, Mansa Musa, how far is the UK Ireland NDC chapter elections? Any update? I'll find out and I'll get back. In fact, I'm so also put it this way. My friend from the Kenya, he said, I am tired. Honestly, I am tired. The speculation among some people is that me, Mansa Musa, I am very partial, and I'm, so even people are saying I'm part of a conspiracy. What sort of conspiracy? I don't know. I don't know if people are trying to suggest that I have caused this protracted sequence of events that is going on in UK Ireland chapter. You see, people have very little minds. You know, their minds are not matured. So they only look at certain things or hear certain things, they start to talk and they become worried. If only they knew. If only they knew. If only they knew the actual truth, maybe they won't blame Mansa Musa. And then Obikai will say, who am I?
Busiafo sese die ye nam top connect so e mani sika de bagana e free wiase afa na nyina ye ntia ka pre ane aye free top connect amasika mani aye mrekra ye hu hia ne se wo be download with top connect app no e wo Play Store dia ma wo Android phone ana se wo use iPhone so a ko Apple Store na download the top connect aye simple kra top connect wa man be bro aduonum so wo Europe, North America and Asia wo mane wo dofo sika fa top connect so a aye tem na emre na mawa hoto so sese die sika manye di foforo kra any top connect so we yan chechemu bia for top connect our +442 081 6155 and a +442 081 761 600 +447 882 950 088 and nasa hwehwe top connect our befont intefidie nyina so top connect
NDC the United Kingdom da Ireland chapter ina rokon ku har wa yau ku vote ku ba chairman akwa shi kada ne wanda in Allah ya yarda ya win ya zama chairman zai kawo welfare program da zai taimaka muku ya taimaka ma party mu daga cikin wannan welfare program dukkan member da ke neman taimako lokacin da ya shiga cikin masuwa abin da ya kama daga 50 pounds zuwa 400 pounds welfare program na ya tabbatar a baka a taimaka maka in Allah ya maka dalili ka biya wannan kudi bayan haka kuma dukkan memba da ke neman wani taimako sha'anin batun takardun shi ko wurin zama ya ajiye manya da lauyoyi da kowane lokaci kake neman advice ko kake neman wani lawyer da zai taimaka maka akan batun sha'anin zamanka a ƙasar United Kingdom shi kuma su bi bayan ka su taimaka maka su saya maka ka biya wani abu kadan da yake in ka je waje zaka doki lawyer ba da ka same shi haka nan ba muna rokonka member NDC da ke United Kingdom ko Ireland in lokacin vote ya kai ka vote ka ba chairman akwa shi kare ne wanda yake zai taimaka ma party mu a lokacin da muke ciki wannan shine sanarwa ko wannan shine abin da muke roko ku taimaka mishi Allah kuma ya taimaka mu duka gaba daya Allah ba mu nasara mun gode muku da ku saurare mu assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh
National Democratic Congress NDC mu nyonyam forma ne mema mo UK ni Ireland chapter no ya yedie nie ya na so say ye beto aba every chapter chairman fofo ya se de chinye no mu mrukoto on so e nyonyam for Dr. Joe Ajimai the restoration man the father say e party no wenim kai odi amonyesema kutile yie ne wetu ni hwesi wo forma soro nkoso oni mu adwumade de e fa ne hotitiru na esine nan so nwade bebre no de egu akwemu a obeye de amaye bini se o sigina ye esiko no dwumade bia be kire party office na odisika 3 pounds empemenum na ato ase eye 5,000 pounds o sanke maguo ne mama honso 1,000 pounds na ebe she omudwumade mu kina na esigina ye dodon so a be kire afoforo omo betro omudin abeka party ne ho de omo mbrakura o omo se beka omudi card ententem so na atwe adom abeka ye ho eye bosu me miense bia nso party mu mpanimfu a odi dwumade be she omo nse bia no obeto safro omo atena se na de ye de she omo nse no omo ebu ho apontam mako we ni bebre na no be ya maye yo onua se kwatre ko se be ma wontuma bisani di ye ni Dr. Joe Ajimai the restoration man chapter chairman ana yentumano.
Yes, so that is the Fire Will Burn You music. Coming to you right from NFM Radio, Mansa Musa. I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm hoping, or I hope you're also ready to sail away with me. Yes. So I'm still waiting for a response from gentlemen that want to, as they've promised to come in. Okay, thank you. To come have a discussion with me regarding the fire outbreak at Kejetia market recently. Yeah, the stories, some of the stories, it sounds very funny, but Ghana for you, nothing, can be laughed at anymore. The thing is, the fire outbreak, took place, and it took a while for the fire brigade to bring things to order or to get control over it. Meanwhile, after the fire, one would have thought most. I don't know. I'm not there, but what happens is that by now, large section of the market will be cordoned off or will be closed off, and serious investigations will be conducted. If today being Saturday, maybe the whole of the market should have been closed off. Then proper inspection by fire safety management or managers, officers, go around, have a look at what is happening. I would think most of this, the fire would have come about as a result of faulty something equipment. It's all mostly electrical fittings, really, and there is a way to go about these things to actually, make, to minimize the possibility of fire engulfing a premises like that. But in Ghana, nobody cares really. But like I said, I heard this. I watched a video clip, and people complaining bitterly, in anger that the authorities don't want to show them the copy of insurance policy that they have actually, contracted on their behalf. That is, the shop owners paid insurance, and on their behalf, the metropolitan or the management of KJT Market, they have entered into that that agreement, that insurance agreement with insurance company. But after the fire had happened, then some of the shoppers said they've gone to see the management about insurance. They were being told, or they've been told, that the shops itself, the structure itself is being insured, but whatever is in the rooms or in the markets, we are talking about goods and items and equipment for sale things and a whole lot of things, commercial things. If they are damaged, or if fire has damaged those things, then insurance does not cover. Apparently, that's what they've been told. But for me, I would say, okay, even if they've been told that, they should still be giving copies of the insurance policies that they hold on their behalf. Is it? That is not too much to ask. But for the fact that, or the matter that, the insurance doesn't cover the items in the shops, I tend to agree or understand, that particular maybe agreement, because, like I said, there's so much dishonesty in our country, so much so that if you tell all these shoppers that everything in their shop, including everything is insured, people will be setting fire to their own goods, honestly, because they know insurance will pay for it. So what I can see is that those shop owners who don't have personal insurance cover for their goods, they are in trouble, big time. They are in trouble. How they are going to do that, how they are going to survive, we live to see. Then we shouldn't forget we have all other issues, including how strangely that today Anas Arimiyao announced has become rather, the bane or the toxic sort of person in town. And NAS has now become somebody or something that if Ghanaians apparently were able to eliminate, then the country will be better. Now it looks as if all the problems we are facing is because of ANAS. You see, not because people tend to steal public funds, divert public funds, not because people take bribes or they indulge in so many activities, nefarious activities, not because of that, but because ANAS himself is corrupt. So that is rather something Ghanaians, we Ghanaians, in fact, Japan will let you have it, that we should be worried and now be very thankful because he has been able to defeat ANAS. The same ANAS that President Akufo-Addo, when he wasn't president, campaigning, said, I'm going to use the ANAS principles. I'm going to adopt the ANAS principles. Today, that ANAS principles, all manner of crooked and corrupt and really stinking corrupt personalities are coming out of the woodwork to come and have a go at ANAS, Aremiyaw ANAS. That is the situation we have in Ghana. That is what it is. Obviously, when the environment changes, when a new wind starts to blow, perhaps we'll get something different. But for now, this is what we have to live with. The whole country is so corrupt. The whole country has been corrupt. Is there any word like corrupticized? I know there's corrupted, but maybe I can find my own word, coin my own word. The whole country has been corrupticized so much that everybody is doing it, or everybody is supposed to be doing it. Just that don't get caught if you are an ordinary person. If you are an ordinary person, don't get caught. This brings me to the conversation. The very difficult, some of these conversations, whether you're having, it takes you throughout the whole night. Sometimes you go sleep with it and you still can't get your head around it. The story of how disabled persons, somehow society, the government, the state, in good faith, was able to create that job that these toll booth operations must be, or the toll booth activity must be managed or operated by certain groups in society. The nature of the work is that maybe you don't have to be walking or running too much the day. You got to be steady. I mean, the work involves just maybe sitting like I'm sitting here, and a little bit of walking and talking and maybe writing or typing behind a computer or something. So people who have mobility problems usually, and that is people who can read and write and speak well, other languages, English, French, and everything, and disabled, either your limbs or something, maybe, partially, what do you call it, sight impaired, or, that sort of disabled person should be employed or given the task of manning toll booth, highway toll booth in Ghana. Then, all of a sudden, 2 years ago, that is nearly 2 years ago, that is 2021 in November, a budget was read, and before the budget will be, scrutinized and, something like accepted in Parliament, ratified in Parliament, by Parliament, before that could be done, Honorable somebody, I don't know his name, I've forgotten his name. He is the transport minister. The guy, apparently, I'm told that I shouldn't say people are not articulate. I think he's articulate, but his delivery is very poor when he's speaking and when he wants to tell, put his points across. But I hope he's actually articulate. This guy came out to just by word of mouth said, oh, all toll booths are now closed. That means drivers can just drive through without paying any tolls. Why? Because now we have something. We had something. They have been able to bring out something called the e-levy. I don't know if you guys still remember. What kind of e-levy? No? E-levy, who did they? E-levy, I remember very well. Hey, MPP for even and yeah, MPP just ordinary. You're from say serial callers and now say MPP for Muninam Jumbe the proper NPP parliamentarians. Some were saying that their opponents, the NDC, were afraid that the e-levy will bring so much money, they will get so much money to do so much what is it? I mean, government, they will get so much money to do government activities. They will build bridges, roads, everything, the e-levy. The e-levy will bring so much money that the NDC people were afraid that it will be successful, so successful, Ghanaians will start praising the MPPs. That's why the NDC MPs are afraid. This was coming from MPP top people who were supposed to be very enlightened, people who are supposed to be well educated, sophisticated in all departments, so to speak. These guys, these guys were telling anyone who was protesting against anyone who was protesting against e-levy, they label such people unpatriotic and anti-Ghana and a whole lot of things. So because of the e-levy, the transport minister just announced that all toll booths should be closed. You see, and in a country that lacks honesty within its ranks, its people, a society that honesty is completely running in opposite direction to what the people are actually going or what the people are doing. There's no honesty in the system. So everybody suspects everybody else. Some of the mantra, some of the narratives, some of the comments were that these toll booth operators were thieves who were stealing money, government money, or monies meant for the controller accountant department, that they were stealing their money, the government money. And so the argument was that if the toll booth operations were stopped, it's good because after all, the government wasn't getting any money from the activity. Okay, thank you. That the government wasn't gaining anything. So it had to be stopped. Some people were very happy to point out this, to say such things. And so in that November, the toll booth operations ceased. It was stopped, almost stopped here. In a proper country, especially those of you here in the UK, then you will write something or you send some pictures. Then will be sending me a picture. A shop that is rationing tomatoes or something like that. And your friend is saying video or false, your friend saying pictures. They will post it to Ghana. They are rationing this and that and that and that. Then I show him a shop, the same shop where I live, that their tomatoes and the things that they are so cheap, the things they are selling so cheap. People will come and buy them in bags just to go and sell, go and sell it at the Sunday market to make profit. So some of the tomatoes or something, some inorganic ones, they have priced it and said that you can take only 2-pack. That's it. The rest of the tomato is there everywhere. You can take as much as you want. You see, these people living here, Oma Gino, Esusha, just a party needed the Omutrimu Momojimi. And he almost to church as I'm from nobody called Ghana. So, Abrochile Crassi, forgetting that Abrochile before a government will say, Moye Juma will told boot to honor. Some year 60, some year 60, some year 80, some year 800, and I say 8,000. Abino, Esha Munsano, they will make sure, say, Obia Benyani Chefamudia, people will be looked after. People will be looked at, they will be given lump sum for them to either go home, or those people who are ready, they will send them on courses to learn different trades. To learn in Sanujuma B and now Bibi Ombetimi Aye. And in Sanujuma includes being able to work the computer, to be IT person, something. The government will train them, most of them will be trained. And the rest will be given money for them to do whatever they want to do. Ye krom the antisao. Debi. Antisakra. If you are on your own, abane say, towboat in your tomb, that's all. Unyejumaye. That is it. Unyejumaye. Aye, Joe. Na do baby kura no edu baby slave trade no na omo de mra bia ba ho wo sake obi a se wo twa asase bi ma no ana obi ye adwuma wo nchen na edi 10 years wa bre no I say yi slave or ko pension no asase ne ye twa bibi ma no e ma ono so ko didi asase ne so some no na che se wo dwen ho kura no a na de mebufu eye mebufu any asofo shishe omo bobo kasok ni ade shishe ntare bi kusu bi ebi de violet ebi de pink ebi de black ebi de bruna belt bi bubo mu yefunu so na akasis asem akesi from Israel to Kenya to Canaan to Mahagibak and now Jacob traveling to Sidai in Hadabiga and Oshia. Then they did a talk, and God spoke it to him, and God spake and said, hey, my man, if you are looking, and you that will not give money to the church, you and so the American say, no krabako any krum, dishonesty I share ma. Omaya yetumi esaki disabled people from work. Yema obia capri, yema obia compensation, no support. And no mami bakwa menini dinko, mo kasana misihana ni swegumi. Can you imagine, sir? Oh yeah, Juma was told boot mu organe we kete we e kromo hadu baby a snow ni nsuo na ade ni ntino edu baby a it will dampen the toxic air. I mean enframane ewusie ni ade na wugina lorry kwan ho a ebe ubetwa akọ yemu no edu baby a it goes down because of the weather here. But ye krumpa de sensu anto a na se we kete we adwuma hotel boota. I mean, vehicles here, how many of them are well maintained? Without fumes. It be a smoke, it be some diesel, oil, petrol, lorry tire, sort of fumes, and food throw. I can't bomb na homie. You won't last long on this earth. We are told Butejuma. And so the simple safety analysis, or what we say risk you can't say risk analysis, Anna. Okay, thank you. Simple sebia risk analysis simple one will tell you that people should use face masks or nose mask, whatever it is. Sometimes even the type of face mask to be used will be specified. Yes, what I needed, thank you, is risk assessment. That's what I wanted. The risk assessment. Simple risk assessment will tell that those people working there to stand there for or work in the booth for, let's say, 8 hours, with all the vehicle passing, engine still on, the smell of gas and the smell of petrol, diesel, the smell of brake parts, everything. 8 hours for the whole year. So you need face or nose masks. And Genevieve or see yan yeto. Before face mask PPE, abbreviation by popular whole we are PPE. Or see omwa neto. It is kakakana de ma one or better. Make a kromoha. Your employers will have to we have something called the duty of care. It should be enshrined in the policy, in a company's policy. Duty of care. How many hours the people should work? How many minutes or time they should have for breaks? How many people at a time in one particular book? All those things, you calculate them, then you make the allowances for them. But this woman told me yesterday, they buy their own safety or nose masks. You see? But a society that is, completely rotten, a society that lacks any sort of moral, what we call it, moral aptitude, any, the substance, the moral substance that exists in other societies where people do the right thing without or with, very little compulsion. I mean, me see, look, a place got burnt here in London. We went to go and demolish or secure the place properly. The owner of the shop said, everything that is not burnt, that is there, we can have it for free because insurance has already paid and he cannot resell those things. And compared to me, a baggy, so okotuegu. Now we are no akotama and nebusian phobia and they could go other shops. Or say no, insurance has already paid. So the bicycle, new bicycle, mountain bikes, those there, I'm talking about 98, 99 thereabout. Everything for free. The honesty is in the society. And the house in the room who say Crawford, I sound like quite sorry, baby. I had no one Crawford, I sound like quite sorry. Omunya Ghana for no way Nigeria for. UK ha. Obe one sorry them nipa ye ma ho. So omunya Ghana for omuya Nigeria for. Of course, other African countries so it can be. But ye kwa sorry ne kwa ye did that ye ho. Ya dwin no a pro ya dwin nye. Asofo ni bad people. Asofo no omu kasa kwa. They don't preach. They don't do what they preach. They expect people to listen, but they don't do what they preach. Omaya utumi esaki disabled people just like that. No support. We also me kosi cathedral asum nyami wom. Na ya bodamu na ejimi. So you see say this one be foolishness, innit? This one be complete foolishness. You go build cathedral. Now your own citizens, you don't want to look after them. Sack this disabled people up to date. Say they don't have nothing. Just say keke. And what I heard also, which really shocked me, is that these people are seen as they are crooks, they are thieves. The society no sad disabled persons here no water books in there. Just say before because everybody say they hide some of the money, they steal some money because someone himself obia sanity. Meanwhile, a chrono just say nya de America so ya chiwo. Na ya chi nipa ba ko ya chi no one na wa ye wenti ya chi no e na ya punish no there be obia wie bibi so ye nchi obia enti obi a ɔyɛ disabled na ɔwɔ toll booth mu a ɔyɛ adwuma no ɛnɛ the stigma is that these people dare not say they did work as toll booth managers. They can't put that records or that part of their previous life. They cannot record it in their CV. Hello. They cannot record what they've done previously in their CV. Curriculum vitae, they can't put it there because people in Ghana, employers and other people, they see disabled person who worked in a toll booth, they say he's a thief. Abba! Namabu bodam. What Jimmy? They may say most of these people, either the employers or all the politicians, these people have been to enlightened places, to Europe, to America. They've been trained. Kakrana wako siano ye nana osajifu nyansa ko sua broche odi babu de moko sua mo mfa nko mukrum moko sua nyansa na mo pese mo de be ko mo pese mo be follow osajifu what Jimmy you fool what is all this about? What is the rush for properties, for wealth, for all these grandiose things? But the road to drive your beautiful car from the street to your house, the road is so rubbish, it's so bad. I remember the first time they showed on video, on TV, the late Sir John, his house in his hometown, is it Onwe? They showed the house, and the house is covered in massive dust and food throw because a coin there, the coin leading to the house, but now or budgets juma, politicians of Africa, African politicians. Without mentioning names. Obi no mba go America, obi no mba wo UK ha. Adan no. Properties e wo America, e wo UK, e wo France, e wo Germany. Enti de bia me ka say basenka African leaders, African politicians, if they were clever enough, if they loved their countries, they were patriotic enough to do stuff in their own home countries so that their own home countries, the things there can be seen to be better. Instead, omo nyansa bi say wo pesikani ye na unya da wa brochire. Enu ti no bibia na gu ye Ghana ho no. So, even now what do you call it? Journalists and the rest, they are all copying. Mia madam for Vim lady, they say, "Oh, the America won a bow." Uncle Ghana, they be Ghana, one year. Many people, those of us who are clever, who are wise, who have wisdom, ye ba bruchino, ye be who say it is no right for say ye crop for beer begane free ho. Ye nim enuntina ye kasano say say ye ma ye de ye fie ye krom and so ye livable. Say wotina ho abe ye wo kwa brucha you only going to enjoy and come back holidays or excursion or something. And yes, wo kwa brucha amemenfe wo kwa kosom esum na wo kosom no kra no chese enam say abrofo no nkasa o brain no mo pese beba no entini visa no ye ma obi na emo wa wo pa na wo de won kwa to so na wo twa Sahara Desert kwan akọ Libya, akọ Algeria, akọ Tunisia, akọ all those places, akọ tena some yongo shape bi so na shape no drone ya na wowu. I remember about 2-3 years ago one Al Jazeera documentary, some people from West Africa, they say they better die in the sea because going back is not an option. How sad can our lives be? How rubbish our leaders are. And how foolish we ourselves have been, because we don't even want to look in the faces, into the eyes of our leaders and tell them that they are fooling about. Jimmy. Sa brofo mentality ni yeni bi. Me say na weekend in France ko hwe. Omo yes a demonstration in France no. Enye se omo nyina to aba gensi Macron. Debi. Many of them did vote for Macron. Omo to aba Macron. Many of them. But Macron policies anasa adi odi bano enye no. Many of them will demonstrate, because things are going against their personal lives. Onka say, just because I voted for Macron and his party, may call demonstration, the opposition, the upper hand. Now, where Jimmy? I didn't know, and see that this is so taxes are ye gumusu or Ghana ho. Ye guswa ma ye ya etia brochire so wo di bibi kwa Ghana wo do ha ba wankasa wo yemu boss say pa. Taxes are ye die gumu so ho. Ye wia ye say one almighty tax be a fellow e-levy and no a bar, it will solve all problems. And when you know ye jinkrofosi ke wo bank. And those monies they are collecting, that and no included, it doesn't include any monies from a Forata family, a Kufado family, and friends. So, Omodian is safe and secure. Now, amount for no etikrom ayedin. See the difference? Because in quasiaphobia to a dream, abu dream say, oh, for us, oh, yeah, neutrals, third force. Moi Jimmy, third force in free. One coffee cranty and answer one. And now come chacha na everything. Chilibon some nkwasasem. Moi Jimmy, go on strike, go on demonstrations. Show the government that the thing what they are doing is wrong. And you know it's wrong. You can't heap so much havoc on people and just the people sitting down quietly and watching it. Because the thing is, if things were better for people, of course they know. And everybody knows that things are worse. And it is not enough. It is not enough for someone to just say that, oh, because of this, because of that. When everybody knows that, even before these problems of Ukraine-Russia war or COVID came, the economy was being mismanaged. People were stealing. This, what we call Auditor General's report, prior to COVID days, people were stealing huge sums of monies. That has never been corrected. Even if we have to agree with the COVID reasoning, what about the stealing, the wastage in the system? Why is it not being, tackled? So much monies have gone, somewhere, cannot be traced, either missing or actually stolen. The monies are much, much bigger than what we need from IMF. Now, Jimmy? And atimamufono eti ho chese omuti ho. People who had nothing 6 years ago, it's always good to maybe to develop. Say you improve in your standard of life or living or Ghana or what it is. Yeah? It's always good to improve. Sometimes you are lucky you win the lottery. Sometimes you can go for a loan or something. sometimes, something, a relative die and bequeath with, leave you with so much money. It can happen. But when one kasa motiho, mo say ministers and also political leaders bia, the other time, one of the communicators, my friend and I say, look, now communication are the idea yetiauka. Besides, how you so there be a commitment yetiauka. So, but why do you ask me this? Why I feel we some question. Why do you ask me? You say, well, you can't live without money. You can't live. So I just want to know. It's normal for people in the UK here. Somebody, what do you do for a living? It is a normal question. Ubusa Ghana ni na or you political affiliated na ni buofu because when him say no and some ask a simple question. What do you do for a living? Simple question. In Ghana is a problem. And these people within the past 4, 5, 6 years, the wealth they've amassed. Mokai what Eugene or something. Ne wife or any wife the divorce, your friend is saying and someone I buy, the wife can't send you about within 4 years, a Japadia, just presidential staff or something. I mean, you can't say something that in Europe here, some people will go to prison straight away. Oh, you're chrome there. Nobody should ask any question. One fellow, he says he's a bodyguard, and he had some 2 million or 5 million or something to go and build a hospital or something. I mean, the building of some hospital or something or Masalachi, whatever it is good. But where is the money coming from? His own pocket? They say Baumia has renovated a mosque in Kumasi and those. In Europe, all politicians, yes, sir, you got to declare because the tax man, they are always taxing things. Even if it's a gift, it should be taxed. Omaya yebuni yeno, obia declare the incoming and outgoing, especially if you have a public figure. Ye kromo said ye, na nani bossy kena, ukwa Nigeria, baba mi, Luwa, baba mi, nkwasia kika. Why? When are we going to grow up? Today, like I said previously, a NAS principle, toxic. Because of Kenya Japan, they say no, Kenya Japan ni champion, only ni papa wa Ghana ho. Jesus Christ. Are you guys all right? People go about stealing. People go about mismanaging. People just show incompetence. They are not good enough. Why do you still entertain them? Why do you have to look at people amassing so much wealth in a short space of time, and yet nobody asks anything, and you guys cannot even rise up to demonstrate that kakrano and kamusumu benyano yamfama mono ye obi kraka se choboy obi anjeso adema bobodam na mu sorry me say almost every day I receive requests. Oh, I'm paying my, let me see if I can get one. I don't know if I can see it, but not to disgrace anybody. I'm not going to mention the fellow's name, but this is what somebody, I don't even know him personally. I haven't seen him. I don't even have a picture of him. But this guy sent me a request. Now, Kaya, it's not only one person, almost every day of the week. As though I have to, look after my siblings, my extended family, my own family, my this, my that, my own self, and still find money to give to somebody who is begging me on WhatsApp. I say, good evening, sir, Mansa Musa. Please, I am buying our ward, that is his son or his daughter, I am buying my ward prospectus, the prospectus for her to or for them to go to school. First year student, and I am overwhelmed. All the money I earmarked for his school has finished, and there are a few things left. Please, I need your intervention. Here, approximately 400 cedis, which is not much. I'm thinking about 30 or 35 pounds or something thereabout. You see, but when they say go on strike, you have to talk to your president, your leadership. That is what the Europeans do. Abrofo a yeni omo kromo ana say abrofo kromo ha omo to aba ema aban no benye se omo de omo nkwa eni omo wiase asetre nyina ahya aban ni se fa kodi. No, omo to aban no aba ema aban. They expect the government to do reasonably something for them. Reasonably. And when they feel that, what the government is doing is not reasonable. For instance, a government, I will give you maybe a 3.2% pay increase. That's my foreign free say, hey, no. We deserve more than that. And now say, like what is happening in France at the moment. The government want to, I think, extend the pension age. Pension age to this 65 from 62 or something. And no when tokwanu no. Ghana, I buy to me kase pensioners sika omoji. Na Ghana for a man named say young people, youth, omuti omu baby, na enkokra ne mbrewa omo pension, and na omujina ho no mo demonstrating. What a society. What a rubbish. I use this word plenty, but I have to use it. What a rubbish society we have. And until we change our mindset, until we change the character, we change our style, until we understand that what to about ama NDC and MPP, Omamba power. Now, you got to let the government know, say, Adena we and Omo yen, when you yagene. Because Senipa 10,000, 15,000, 100,000, the government will think. They will think. But Omudim say, when nobody is going to say anything, and if anybody even starts to organize demonstration, those people will be labeled that, Omo anti-government, Omo mpa abainasem. This government we have, especially in Ghana, almost policies in almost way of governance, it has affected all of us. And then we see projects being away, business being away, it has affected everybody. So when we sit here and we tell you to act, we know that, look, what we experience here, we experience in, let's say, UK. When it comes to the government's inaction or inactivity or something, it affects us. Now, me affect me, I can't even take my phone and tell my people at home, say, I say no, rent, and I say mortgage, and I say petrol fuel, and I say maybe I say I can't even do that. What my people back at home expect, that's what they expect. But the minimum I just say I buy na wosono or yet your mama mo go on demonstration and so I casa. This thing I read to you, I'm telling you that I get them almost twice a week from different people. And you see what really worries me or pains me is that not all these messages, or requests are, let's say, fake or they just want money. Some are really, really seriously hard up. Maybe they will need help. But how do you differentiate? Because of that, Akwete said, "Matuma jumada obio bebu samenomin shedan fi." That is what is happening. That is what is happening. And this shouldn't have been the case, or this shouldn't be the case. This shouldn't be the case. Obi Hiamwa. Previously, anybody who ask something, even sometimes if I don't have it, I will just reply them, so give me time. Now, Obi Ebusam Bibia, I don't want to bother because, first and foremost, Obi Ahochrin, and two, but who say, the Ghanaian, average Ghanaian, will rather beg you for money than to, exercise his own democratic right to go on strike or to go on demonstration, to tell the government that, look, the way you are managing our affairs, we at the bottom end, we are really struggling. You don't do that, but easier to beg. Be so, you.
Abusiafo sese die ye nam top connect so e mani sika de bagana efi wiase afa na nyina yenchia kapre ane eye free top connect amasika mani ayemrekra ye wohia ne se wo be download wo top connect app no e wo Play Store de ama wo Android phone ana se wo use iPhone so a ko Apple Store na download the top connect eye simple kra top connect wa manda buraduonum so wo Europe, North America and Asia wo mane wo dofo sika fa top connect so a ayentem na emre na mawa hoto so sese die sika manu di foforo kra any top connect so we yan chechemu bia for top connect our +442 081 6155 and a +442 081 761 600 +447 882 950 088 and nasa hwehwe top connect our Belfont interfidie nyina so top connect Sika mane wa dofo asumdiem a wonchia kapre top connect yenso ye die
Right. Kwesi, 1 second. Mama Nko, 1 second. I want to ask you something small before I take you. Yes, on air. I want to ask you something. We are not on air now. We are not on air now, but I say I want to ask you something on air. So if you can hunker down for me small, make I do something small.
Ireland chapter ina roƙon ku har wa yau ku vote ku ba chairman Akwa shi kada ne wanda in Allah ya yarda ya win ya zama chairman zai kawo welfare program da zai taimaka muku ya taimaka ma party mu daga cikin wannan welfare program dukkan member da ke neman taimako lokacin da ya shiga cikin masuwa abin da ya kama daga 50 pounds zuwa 400 pounds welfare program na ya tabbatar a baka a taimaka maka in Allah ya maka dalili ka biya wannan kudi bayan haka kuma dukkan memba da ke neman wani taimako sha'anin batun takardun shi ko wurin zama ya ajiye manya da lauyoyi da kowane lokaci kake neman advice ko kake neman wani lawyer da zai taimaka maka akan batun sha'anin zamanka a ƙasar United Kingdom shi kuma su bi bayan ka su taimaka maka su saya maka ka biya wani abu kadan da yake in ka je waje zaka doki lawyer ba da ka same shi haka nan ba muna rokonka member NDC da ke United Kingdom ko Ireland in lokacin vote ya kai ka vote ka ba Chairman Akwa shi kare ne wanda yake zai taimaka ma party mu a lokacin da muke ciki wannan shine sanarwa ko wannan shine abin da muke roko ku taimaka mishi Allah kuma ya taimaka mu duka gaba daya Allah ba mu nasara mun gode muku da kuka saurare mu assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Thank you very much indeed. That was a political message from the Kwesiakwa camp. Now because my break say we don't even know whether they go with the camp. I've got Mr. Akwa on the line from somewhere to somewhere. Let's go and say hello to him. Mr. Kwesiakwa, good evening.
Good evening, Mansa Musa. Good evening to your listeners and all those listening to you.
Okay. Yo, Marty, what you do? Yesterday, something I heard wasn't pleasant at all. I interviewed one fella from Ghana. I mean, he's in Ghana. He happens to be the secretary for the Toll Booth Workers Union. The Toll Booth Workers Union. And when he explained so much things that they had to go through, no wonder our country is a God-forsaken country. Because you can just lay off disabled people just like that. Lay off disabled people, no support, no compensation, nothing. And the worst of it, one lady who also came to speak, one Genevieve, he said now the stigma attached to their involvement in this toll booth. Apparently, anywhere they want to go and look for work, if they include in their CV that they have been the toll booth worker or something, straight away they are labeled as thieves. Namwa kwesi ekro yeti kro ne kro no motinya. Ye be den kra na nyame ehira dam kro no.
Yo, Musa. And you bring me that baby tearful. It's good. Like the question you ask. See, Musa, the government in place now, it looks as if the management of the country is becoming a big issue. However, if the government thinks that there's a need to close the toll booth and that they have disabled people working there, Musa, what you do as a government, you find them a suitable place to restructure, send them there so that you don't put them out there. Because, when you deal with the disabled situation, to get a job, employment, it is difficult. So it is the responsibility of the state to take care of the disabled. In Africa, Musa, it is the opposite. You see, President Nana Akufo-Addo, we beg him. You see, the state called Ghana doesn't belong to Nana Akufo-Addo. It doesn't belong to MPP. It belongs to the people, the citizenry. And that if the citizenry appoint you to serve as a president or in the position, you take care of the people because the funds that you are managing is for the people. Let alone the disabled. Musa, in this country, you know how the government, the state take care of the disabled. They are well taken care of because of the peculiar circumstances of the situation for them. So Musa, that is what it is. You see, these days, we don't understand what this government is doing. And even what is disappointing is, Musa, I don't see why even the MPP people in this country don't want to come and engage us so that we can discuss this matter. And this matter must, the MP, members of parliament should take this matter up, Musa. If possible, they should call the employment minister to parliament and ask him question, or the transport minister to come and ask question whether the disabled, some compensation has been given to them. It is very sad. Musa, 2 nights ago, I was looking at Rwanda TV program. You know what the government is doing? The government has gone to certain areas, villages, where the people are having challenges with facilities, and the government is putting in place facilities for the people, both disabled and the physical people, and move them away from where they're having challenges, not Ghana. So like you said, for now, we don't know what these guys want to do with what they call the Tobu now. What Tumuno, that they closed, that they said they are bringing it back. Now I'm here to get a confirmation that they want to now even increase the toll booth from 1 city to 2 cities. It is alleged. We want to find out whether it is true or not, Mansa Musa. That is the situation with the toll booth. But I will urge the MPs, I will urge the NDC MPs in Parliament that somebody should issue a paper for them to have a debate on this matter. If possible, they call the employment minister or the transport minister to come and explain what has been done to our disabled brothers and sisters back home when that facilities was put on hold. So this is what I think, Mansa Musa. There should be a parliamentary inquiry about this situation.
You see, now you have even brought another angle. We are in a country that we have big priests and priestesses, big clergy people and reverends and asorpeni and ministers of God and all those people. They are God's representatives on earth. And that's a country where government, somebody can use his mouth to sack 800 disabled persons. And no one speaks on their behalf. No one actually protests on their behalf. This is not a good. This is not a country.
No, Musa, I agree 100%. You see, Musa, you see the job you are doing for us here. You, as a one man, you are constantly educating us, telling us what is back home in Ghana. You give us opportunity to come and speak on air. We enjoy. A lot of people are listening to your program. We're enjoying it. Back home, you see, our Ghana media, they are part of you. Even the clergy and the Christian Council and Christendom, I will forgive them because they will tell you that they are taking care of the Christendom or whatever. But Ghana media, who should make sure that they take the government on in terms of what is happening in the nation, information to the people. They have to challenge the government in power that look, this is not good. Those radio stations and the media people, where are they? Musa, where are they? If it were to be John Dramani Mama in power, you see them, you hear them constantly making noise on air. They will repeat it. Things that is not true. But you see, you said it right. The pastors, where are they? The pastors who said, where are they? Now they can't speak again. That's the situation we find ourselves in modern Ghana.
Another thing before I let you know, I will ask you something else. You see, on this particular, look, so many angles to this case. The woman who spoke to me yesterday after the union secretary, She said, look, Mansa Musa, even we had to buy our own mask, face mask or nose mask. And I'm thinking, she said, if we didn't do that, you are going to breathe in all the smoke, the toxic air, petrol, diesel, brake parts, the smell, everything for 8 hours for the rest of the year if you don't buy it. So when you buy one, you use for about 2 weeks. I mean, you can imagine. Because see, things we take for granted here. Your employer, there is a clause in their policy. They say duty of care. That ensures, that makes sure that your safety is assured. The duty of care. We don't have anything like that. And we claim to have trained people who have masters, double masters, which is PhD, then super PhD, professors, this and that, talking. Kwesi abata mpa yebosu enyansa wa brochiza ko ekrom ti da man kroma ye because apart from kroma no obiem pedo be kire no onyim nyansa abasem nyi.
No, Musa, you see, I quite agree with you. See, they advise the disabled unions that, look, they should go to the parliament house and go and pick it there for the parliamentarians to listen to it. They have a union. You see, the union of that disabled group has also not championed the cause of their membership, Musa. Because if you have a union who are in charge of your group members' welfare, their responsibility is to make sure that they go to the station or the authorities who will listen. If it is the parliament, they have to go and pick it there for them to listen to them. Musa, they should go there and take their problems there because the parliament belongs to them as well. The parliament for Ghanaians, they are Ghanaians. Irrespective that they are disabled, that doesn't stop them from championing what is due them. Musa, you come here, one of the nurses, one call strike, the government has yielded and they pay them. The teachers are still going on strike, and I know very soon they will listen to them.
Before I was saying the same thing. Look, the people who are striking at the moment in France on the street, they are not opposition people. They are the same people who voted for Macron. But because his policies is affecting them negatively, they go on the street. We don't have that mentality. Just because you support one party, they are even killing you indirectly and you still sit down. Why?
That's right. Musa, that is, you see, the other day when John Dramani Mahama went to public and he was speaking, you see, he used a phrase. He said, this current MPP government, they've turned themselves like Ozymandias. Have you listened to that word before? Ozymandias. What is that? Have you heard it?
No, I haven't heard that one before.
No, let me explain. You see, John Dramani Mahama is smart. He's calling MPP and then I go for the Ozymandias. Let me explain. You see, Ozymandias was a ruler in Greek.
Okay.
Now, the word Ozy is ozium, is to breathe in the Greek language.
Okay.
Breathe.
Okay.
Now, the Mandias is a mandate, a ruler, a dictator. Okay? Who rule by dictatorship. So that is the name. So when that man became so much autocratic, the people didn't want to see him again. When they went and create what you call his statue, they brought it to the city. Because of his wickedness, the citizens carried his statue to the desert and left it in the desert. Because they don't want to see his statue in the city, because that man was wicked leader. That is who Ozymandias is. You see, when John Dramani Mahama said Ozymandias, they didn't follow why this guy was using Ozymandias. But Obu Be Musa, African politicians, etimodin and need selfishness. When somebody is on power and he has finished serving, he knows very well that he is incompetent. He has not performed. He won't go. Chapter high. We are seeking the same thing in our chapter here, Musa. You see somebody is a chairman, he has failed abysmally. Instead of him to step aside, he's now going around thinking people should vote for him again. Sure, if it was me, Kwesi, who people are saying, oh, Kwesi, you didn't perform. I say, look, I did my best. Thank you. Even Chairman Kofi Kwachi, who did his best for this chapter, he was replaced. And let me say, this, our current chairman, who has failed all of us abysmally, he's an outgoing chairman, Musa. In politics, in leadership, when you fail the people, all what you do is that, I'm sorry, I'm moving on. This is what is happening in African continent. This is what our leaders are doing to the continent, Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa, we have one good leader in Africa now. And that person is that Rwanda president, Paul Kagame. Musa, I'm following the trend of that man was a former soldier man.
I will add is it Malawi? The guy who suspended is one of his cabinet for corruption and all that. I remember that clip.
Yeah. I do. Musa, you see, all African leaders should go to Rwanda and learn from Paul Kagame. That man is not holding PhD, whatever, nonsense, whatever. That man is a common soldier who has converted himself into democratic president. Go and see what the man is doing in Rwanda. He's doing magic. He's converting the whole Rwanda into an enclave of a business center. Go and see the infrastructure the man is doing. Go and see the housing infrastructure he's putting across. Go and see the roads the man is building. Go and see the cleanliness of Rwanda. Mansa, Rwanda is a template for Africa to learn.
No, Accra is the cleanest city in Africa, man.
Oh, Musa, sure. Musa, you see, it is so pathetic.
How many times you want to say the chia?
Oh, chia, Mansa Musa.
Oh, dear.
Chia.
Another one.
You see, Musa, let me say this. You see, Musa, some of us sometimes, we step forward to come and contest for this chairman position for good reasons. Not that because of Kwesi want the power that is for look. All what some of us need is reform in this our great party. This party is bigger than all of us. Musa, this party was inaugurated by Tony Edu in 1993. And when they started, the first chairman who sat at the chairman of this party was called Toto. He served only one term, 4 years he left. When he left, another person came, called a comment, some fancy guy, he came and served. He also served well. For one term, he left. Then Alessandro also came. He had 2 terms. In fact, he was the star of the day. You see, when Alessandro was the chairman of this chapter, you couldn't see even who was the chairman. Everybody was performing. If you go to meetings, the place was filled with capacity. He also served for first term, second term, he was called to Accra to serve Atamos. He went as a campaign manager. We produced something. When he left, Hosanka took over. He also served 1 term. And he handed over to Kofi Kwachi. He also performed his own. He did what he could do. He came and inaugurated my Sheffield branch. He also served 1 term. This our outgoing chairman. He's also had service 1 term. So they should stop these skirmishes going on. This party, we need to rescue this party. Wallahi talai. NDC, you can Ireland will rescue Musa.
How you talk plenty? I don't want to talk so much because some circles, some of your people have now labeled me as part of a conspiracy, and I am impartial.
Look,
I'm partial, and I support somebody against somebody. They are going on, giddy. So I just want to keep quiet and listen. But
no, Musa,
I can only say
let me tell you something. Let me tell you. See, me Kwesakwa, I speak to facts. This morning, myself and outgoing chairman, there was a small discussion, and he was saying that yes. Then I challenged him that he brought the issue of debate. I said yes, I'm ready to debate you, whatever you want. Let's meet in Mansa Musa this week. I told him on the platform. I said, let's meet Mansa Musa before any forum. You know what he said? He said, you are not independent guy. I said, you.
Oh, hang on. Are you saying Mbaba said I'm not independent?
Mbaba text, he said you are not independent. I will look for the text and I'll forward it to you. Kwesi, I'm saying this. Tell him that I said this.
Oh, as for the text, I've seen it somewhere. But I didn't, it comes in as forwarded. So I didn't know it was he who said that.
No. Tell him. I told him I'm ready to debate him at your station. We want the voters to know whether that guy is served his time and it's time for him to go, or people should give him another term. And when I told him, he brought the debate. I said, look, I'm ready to debate you at Mansa Musa. Let's meet there this week.
I am really, how do I say, disappointed. Because, Kwesi, you know that anytime this guy comes here, Joe Ajman, that's the Tuesday. The Wednesday, I don't even send anything to you. I don't send requests to you or to Joe. I will send requests to Mbamba and what do we call it? What do you call him? Damba, Conrad. That, look, gentlemen, I know you guys don't have permanent airtime here, but today, Wednesday, is free. Oh, that's what I write. It's free. If you can come and propagate yourself via the phone, I'm not charging any money. You can just come and talk, because I don't want to create the impression that maybe I'm siding with the two of you. And even last week, Imambas replied that, oh, I'll be too busy. So for him to say that, now that you have said this in public, I'm going to tackle it with him seriously.
No, tackle him. I will find out and say, Musa, listen, let me tell you this. Your station is a commercial station. Now, even if I speak, I'm not going to insult or do anything, but I'll speak to facts and figures. If George Man come and do his campaign, commercial, look, you have a right to entertain him because you need to pay your bills. I've been on the station before when Joe wasn't happy. Since then, whenever he's at your station, I decided not to call in at all because that is his program. When I want to call in to make my submission and defend my case in terms of why the voters should vote for change, I will come in and debate anybody.
Yes, like today, it's normal. I want, you have to, you are doing politics. And me, myself, I wanted information as to if you have heard anything, any updates or anything. You see? So for Mbamba in particular, let me look. Just last week, I sent him, I said, look, and how is he going to actually, how do I say it? How is he going to, what is he going to base his premise on? The accusation that I'm not, what do we call it? What is the word he used? That I'm not what? Kwesi, I told him that, listen, I told him that I'm going to mention it to Mansa Musa. I'm happy you are having me. Listen, I will get the text and send it to you. So, try and make sure you put the debate together. Me, Kwesi, I want to debate him on your radio the
station.
text, I have it. Somebody somewhere sent me. He said, I think Mansa Musa is not an independent moderator.
That's right.
If I'm a moderator, how can I not be independent? Well, given that the questions, even the last time I wanted to do it, I was saying that you guys were going to ask yourselves questions and you're going to answer it yourself. So what is wrong with Mbamba?
No, Musa, listen, let me say this.
Mbamba is going to really, he's going to find him a different fight. Musa, he's going to destroy his reputation if that is how he's going to behave.
Musa, let me say this. I think the voters, the NDC voters in UK and Ireland want to listen to us again. I wish this time around you manage to bring all the four of us. The one you bring us, maybe you ask the question, you ask us to allow us to speak to listeners and the voters, so that at least voters can have their own. You see, Musa, individuals within the system who are trying to cover themselves, hide behind groups, and do a group agenda, this year it will not work. Accra will ensure that we have a clean voter register for this chapter election. This time, we are not going to allow ourselves to be elected by individuals we don't know from outside. This register will be clean. When we are not convinced with the register, Musa, some of us will raise red flag. Any branch who will try to meddle anything, Musa, it's not going to work. Because election is about fair play. Not that because Kwesi, I'm not sitting in London, or the Buffy Farm Congo on Yejuma. This election must be won fairly and squarely. So we are ready to debate everybody. That is what we are ready for, Mansa. Myself and my campaign team, we are ready to debate and make sure that we elect the right person to lead us. Simplicity.
So for now, what is the latest? I mean, any date at all?
Right. Musa, the latest is officially, technically, the party have put structures in place. We are waiting for the chapter electoral committee. They are auditing our branches, good standing of members to produce the register. So we are all waiting patiently. For now, what the party has directed us to do is what we are doing. We're waiting for the chapter electoral committee to produce their register, give it to the committee who's in charge to also then come out or publish it. So for now, the only thing we are waiting now is the voter list from the chapter electoral committee and the 5-member committee. That is what we are waiting for, Mansa. Because in election, it is the voter list that will determine who leads the group.
Yes.
It's not any individual or it's not group of cabals. It is about the voters. And the level field must be leveled. Nobody should cut corners. There was a deadline which is somewhere around June. So anybody who is doing kokwasa, Musa, Enyejuma, this party belongs to all of us.
But you should trust the what do we call it? The ability or the credibility of the committees to come out with what is expected or not.
Now, Musa, let me do this simple thing here. I want to speak to all the branches. Chairman Kwesako, I want to beg all the branches. I'm begging you guys. Make your treasure available to the chapter electoral committee to sit down with your treasures, so that anything that must be straightened must be straightened. We want a clean voter register. We want an authentic voter register. Where there's a problem, we beg the branches who are listening to you. They should speak to the leadership that we beg. This party, National Democratic Congress, we need power 2024. Musa, as we speak now, almost 6 or 7 months of whoever become the chairman's time is gone already. Do you know that? If you elect somebody to be chairman, that person's he's lost almost 6-7 months of your office duties. So you have just three years or months to work. That is where the challenge is. So we want to beg the branches. Let's come together and rescue this chapter. All the chapter guys should go to their branches and work from there and stop this I'm that. The branches should come together and rescue NDC. This NDC in UK and Ireland must be rescued by the branches. And we should do this. That's Musa.
And we should do this. Kwesi, this evening, I will thank you very much for your time.
No, thank you so much. But before I go, I will ask that voters, they share after what check me. I'm check me. Come as today, yes, same. Minyano, ya bread. NDC 2024-2025, we need power. Our voters want power both here and in Ghana. Together, yes, we can. There's strength in unity. We need to come together and rescue National Democratic Congress UK and Ireland, so that when we go to Accra, the respect that we deserve will be accorded. Voters, let's vote for reforms, changes. Thank you so much, Mansa Musa. And God bless you and God bless your listeners. Good night.
Edward. Hello. Oh, sorry. Edward.
Hello, Mansa Musa.
Sorry, now me be a microphone now. Just I was talking to myself again. When I can say. Hey, I quite a long time moment unka. How to go?
I mean too quiet. Into kwa me just so bro me just so nya to so makwaba me into kwa na me decided to stay off kakra because the last time I'm afraid obia fracture na gen me me fresh me tre ma gen ni akoba say this sticky permission.
Mame gas evinjro yeah. Mame gas evinjro yeah. Always akọ bi rasta bi you heard okay yeah say abodam just say system no no ya abodam edima fa we nye we I mean enya no ti ena ma wo se bia me ye different program kra na asem bia hu ya wabeka bia wo se wadoje debi ena kam na sen ena chese wo nya bema I mean there is no because of this
me bibia no me obia I know myself and on any means to me I don't hide my feeling yeah and say because na eye manija me danedi that means why I don't hide it.
Exactly.
Politics are no. Yeah for a minimum puntio.
Sure.
And to say obiso a politician na or ye program or about radio so akwenya oho nyese a one-on-one po one-on-one there and no here because I understand the game. But say akwenya or say obi etimi fracture na again. Na making Edward the means me frame at again. This a seek permission and sign as the bema me kwanya yama me kwano me who say more than that. And if that's the case there now say me stay back. Na unsa these days no say me nya brana mikiwa my change me the far Facebook.
Yeah I me who so active
That's right and that is me because no put me off kakra. I don't see the reason why say obiso a politician na or ye program na or be a phone life na choose or yet selective. So why the work wakasa why the need to wakasa I think below belt. That's the reason why I'm myself no na in a job here way the maybe can you give me kind who say here when I can't piano
crazy Who said you? Who said you? No. Exactly for the grass of the show.
As you know, I have four baby.
Who said you?
Be country or
hey, who said you?
Junior country, I don't know. Honestly, meaning say chairman hopeful, NDC UK Ireland chairman contender, Sir Francis Lucy Aqua, chairman Aqua. Na Nichiano, and I'm pushing me and I'm missing about number Bekraki, Jos Kakra, just a minute or two. Now, on the more serious note, the issue about toll booths, there. I must be honest with you, sir. I didn't be a Musa government will take that decision, not. Meaning, say a one-man decision, say a cabinet decision, whatever, non-starter crowd. And then as they say, Abidra Fena, almost go back to square one. No. Now, had you back on cry, okay, me makan who asem da, a platform for Frosso. Now, me can or also a platform is the issue say, yes, Sikano, say on Gigia, and Faswe Banusa. Yes, yen fanasa, I say, Omuni Bunkunta Emma Omune Wapen. But a dear Balcon and not in Niwa, a Kufuado, a bay by ye, Oma ne by ye, a ye, disabled, sir. Na Omojiji Sato boots, no Mutito boots, no. Don't want no majority of them. A Yakufu were buying, and now consider say it sounds say if I could document, what is our Quenyano air to her ama disabled. Na simple Sika Mojiji no capre background and my by wa. So they're not chairman Aquacan, yet here, Bruce United Kingdom. Yenim dia buying yama disabled. Into ye 3 more than yen Africa represent ye Ghana for 1 3 more than enti one senti binti or more dem yen one. Inti sa kabayin be about to say Kufuor wa buying number who say what say ye Guinness Yenia no more bibinti omo atosini wa pomdino na omo nkotuna sa bia no nyiji sika no na se embo se kapra makra na wo mu disika ni nyina kra se nya ban sika no mo diara
oye fan say dia ye kano look obidia boni bia no e se nya ho aketua sa na mra na kire enti hwan no mu so no mu se sa sika we or the Ashen bottom the coffee. Back bang and you to me the bar. I mean, can I do it? Yeah, I don't work. Yeah, before. You need be ya mundo, ya be before, and any and
near to name no. Yeah, ye keep cars out or ye corner bar. Ye take me a simple one, ye dear my woman. And yet, this year, a bino accordia bar. Ye kwaje ba na politicians ya chedi ibia enti sa koba se empo ye nia ya konia bedie te kuni sempoa ye de masa disabled na omu di kwa omu nyan kontakra no a think say no kra na ketimi kusin omu kakra however enti sanzo mo bu nkunta no mo ma ehun figure bia some more alleged say omu disika ni nyina no na income kakra free mu ba enti mu jai to ha esoro hofwe boke na fwe di wo mo ka sakese twi kwan isuo free tema ene takora de ebe fakumase de kofe pa kwan atempo akase ye wo Ghana so a ubeduru baby quota na amomo to secretary abobo because of this heavy tractor fakwa no so no na omo fasu free eni sanka mu beja ma mobro afo a ye nuanom a senti binti omo honama kwa bi enyi peya omo nstipi no ebeji jisikana no omo edibie no emu die na ngebe emfaso amoman no
ask me again
and it is very difficult in the and of course I'm say it's sort of unfortunate for NDC with the man seminal barrier say next contest no and yet how many a ban way and what can see and can be upper hand the kufuwa do a ban no it became the in the next I mean less than 2 years, about 1 year, I think 9 months or so. Now it's not buying no ne titru ni ne bi twemu no emma enyina so a NDC for also edina so against this government no enya de ebeboa wo mo na montuo said the woman because there's going to be a new leader, a visionary one indeed. Yeah, all the contestants or no the fresh ideas ever, unlike NDC, almost the old cargo, excuse me to say, it's not an insult way, but just so yeah, almost the senior president and the contestant, because we know what former President John Mahama can do. Why ye obiaga to nye dia obwa. Inia waye yinimini obetimi ayenso. But nia obe take mantle ewo NPP muze say no ye nimnia waye ena ye nimnia obetimi aye. And mind you say before in general Ghanaians in particular no ya ye pe ye mame hwe enunti nanana dokas yen sonera yenye GDC sonera omo so abeye ni obetumi but even though the who say why the best but the best no enye enough the business as someone as see that so ama media fra be kebie en fact mo sabi abusa bi nya adwa ntia ye ni nyansa bi enim a buy no be take that decision. Yeah, pay now more revisit. I go back to square one. It doesn't make sense. Oh, inti kakra mekano no, inti chama hapa. Minimse uti me manajua nyumwe na I wish you well.
Before we go no your friend is saying papa wa kunsu na semunu ha me kakra. Ye busa fa say DNT na person obey president answer on the my kinodwen sebi mini wo kura ye masa answer yo
say anona obeka what can we train more so many are called but few are chosen. Into Oluka many no one as few no. Oka many no I have pro mo nendo kata ibi one de onka.
Agba osi we see one pufu so say your friend.
Yeah, oh, me name advices. Me name one
you no me wo yeti hoyi say pa say me kai your friend is saying elementary school. Ye prefect na dance ya me lanky supporter. Now you kubusa dance. Why do you want Mansa Musa to be the prefect? Because he is my friend. Why you me free? Teacher me try me dim. If you are afraid the oh, you don't say.
No.
Jesus.
Oh, even a position the man as a great minister no crano. Ejuma o ye no question marks be wa into nimni power consult to more and na minimum advices ya na say okobo ani pe bia no ma okofa school for bi bebo jamama no a o de be keka ne ni nsemu na question ye okay bisa we anka ye misa o say edinti na opese o context as flag bearer and no na obetimi akani a okaye na ye bisa o say edinti na opese we ye president na wa ye ni dia na just one kaza you don't know what time is it
yeah Paul obi kan si Paul go fie eh Jesus Christ
when the tia oba and quite recently what me nim dano na e chamasum say yes say president Akufo adon so bobo ni pebia so abaso na wakoba jema menu so abaso e no wate
me dem bro me mo president no de ni nyoma de
wate
me kwati we me ntizo
I see Kofi Ajima menu health minister so yes ya bona baso ni nini ya bona baso ni call so covid mu inura yeso onkoto
Ekufuado has become a joke. That's all. He himself has become
a friend then shika akemu as nena badia minim ni awaye sunku bia yeso ono so waji abaso body nti many people are in Koye, honestly speaking, Akufo-Addo will live up to expectation. Why NFM there, though, maintaining obedient as well. Name said the any rest obey no dear, near no why no. However, meaning Latin America say, NDC for 3 more there. Now, only no more straight. It's answer. A byway a baby, I'm a new government. And I be take you over our NPP party no more. Omon Kai said this same party and a war President Kufuor Abaya and ne ubia ka Ghana yaman your Samoa untimi President Kufuor free mono. This is what is going to be the game changer. The new leader is going to be the game changer. Na an koba se wo mudi ni pafoforo bia ba meka NDC na mo the former president ne ba no de said ye knew no dada no na yinim ni awaye eni ni obetumi aye no Ghana we rather go in for a new visionary leader enti so na me ege NDC UK Ireland say Chema Bamba ni obetumi ano aye no omun go in for new visionary leader ya Chairman Akwa na ma ko ni sa obaji me dance yes Chairman Akwa me anything common apart from say I do in a program so way back many years back. Yeah, I do maybe I know I think now make it very good. I think so bear witness about the American. Now Niema me who say he will be the best among the rest, no, and he say ne qualities are a dance song pa maybe the be a so and it's a ye penipa obedi adomo anim na ye wo nipa baako a ono de wo freedom ansa kra na obe pese obedi dom anim no single handedly otimi organize my dom be free mia bitimi ba ekuno no mu dia na ye peken before obeda damo no freedom a usa say nipa no a na minimum the right choice. That is the reason why enye bibi entra enti edia obi enim ana on tiasie that even though no I'm not part of NDC that I am a good citizen of Ghana and Ghana hunsu yama mene NDC for any Ghana nibia enti se basi ka na chense mensumi wakwanya se me can be na me kire magen enti wona omari jense woman kwa na enya no omani e ba ko pe Ghana first so they are compre Kennedy or in Japan the bia dana no all cano Ghana first omani e ba ko pe Okay. Your mind yen chichira man yopio. Nti ma bi ya Mansa Musa. Na the reason na nsa on temenka no eno ne ya machire mo no. E bi at the right time no me ankasa me hu niema bi enisu a obetimi nka bio. Have a good night.
Thank you. Cheers. Oh, cheers.
Thank you too. Bye.
Evans.
Mansa.
Hey, long time. Oh.
Long time, Mansa.
How for today? There been a long time people they call me today, which is good.
Oh, good. Mansa, na unse say you oba kwa yeah. Okay, you know, oba ekujana so man no sisi no so that say.
Okay. If you be so they say who am I?
So on behalf of Chairman Aqua campaign, no?
On behalf of Chairman Aqua as well, I didn't see this text in time. Or say, Musa, say hello to King Edward for me, you. And the King Edward, because he's you, chow. All right, Uncle Edward, Evans.
And I'm born in town. I'm saying the boss in Chanama, King Edward, and King Edward, so many of you be a chow, and I said you, and these members across Europe and I mean everywhere. Mansa, when they're not born in town, I'm saying I bought a poll. Or you can outline chapter elections, see, baby, do any baby, a gusu, a woya, a gusu, election in the Basson. Now, Mr. Metica free near Minia Edward Can. Say, okay, elections, yeah, a bubble bay. Now, okay, candidates, I said, be winning a bit no corner. We should be a bob and will be a friends, because it will be an achievement, will be a historic records with respect to the NDC in diaspora. Na sebi tafachu. The other contestants, no, sebi not here Jan Sokrano. What the near comparison to me candidates here, Chairman Aqua, sebi you, yeah, I'm on the pre-January. Na sebi tafachu to say, it seems to be the home. Na I think so, the NDC in diaspora, no, the way are behind the scenes, and some of us in the diaspora, main Europe, no, NDC mainland Europe, no. And she said, I did go come say a big Kenyan near Peter, the NDC in on a high speed in the diaspora now. Now, Chairman Aqua is the only candidate who well fits. Why am I saying it? Because Chairman Aqua, maybe he never envisioned himself per se be or Lady UK Align chapter bet. He had, contributed so much to the development of the NDC diaspora beyond borders. Where I'm speaking from right now, found a testimony. He led the formation of the NDC to have a first branch in France, Scotland, which is also there, Sherford, and then we see going to the future and the NDC. A few years to come, the NDC we are looking at is not, a static NDC. We are looking at a dynamic, a leader who will look beyond surroundings. A leader who will look for people beyond borders. And Temapa is the only person that fits this kind of, a crown that we have to give it to him. So, Mansa, I will agree with you, sir, from now going, the time Nafi, you call it up debate again. We, the campaign coordinators, Nafi, young fat and she should be able now, young Gusun Sally, your candidate, Nafi. Me, on my behalf of my candidate, na young children voters, no, sir. Debbie, sabi tafrachu, who sign a fence of Kutum Bopa, said we are Ponitia and I need. And Tiabena so says, me candidates, a Juma Wabo, Ama the NDC, you can outline chapter. Next enough at said yes, some money to us. Now, offense, I conform to the vision of offense, International Relations Office, and Yama here wants to say, NDC in diaspora, and very vibrant. Tikaka Mecca, for now, still. You appeal to various candidates and I said, one more thing, and who said, this is the time I said, they know. Candidate who so be behind closed doors say, or no money Chairman who should go up. Of course, I said, I couldn't in age now, but to be in the capacity and the limit. So that's it. And Timansa Kakra meeting me at their account, and I just support to me candidates say, Master Master say, be more enough, you may see a benefit. Young twin candidates in election, you go so, and Bob who behind closed doors said. This election, Chairman Aqua is a win.
Okay.
Mansa Midasa.
Mr. Midasa, right, Fire Ben You, that's a beautiful, beautiful soundtrack, and that is my signature tune, yeah. And well, it's now 9:34 as it is. We'll close the curtain very soon. Other commitments calling. Someone said, look, the suspension of the toll collection is just a ploy to capture those booths for their cronies. Ghanaians must wise up. He said they have created an agency which the government will sublet or outsource their services for the collection of toll in the country. That is what they are going to do. They will not hand it over to the disabled people. Ayo. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, what is this King Edward saying? That there's going to be a new person from the NPP who is a visionary, and that visionary is not exemplified has not been exemplified in this government. What is King Edward saying? It's just a Obusa King Edward question. Just a King Edward come again. So they brought from buy a local balance quick one. Say, hey, my friend, I know they get you. Come again. Anyway, me and come again. We need to. Okay, thank you. We need to leave it here as it is. My people from Kumasi, I've got one guy, Nana Prempe, promised to come and speak. He is a shop owner, so obviously it would have been in interest to come and have discussion, but now his phone is not going anywhere. I think this one is a signal problem. Then the Kejeta Market Management Group. The last time I phoned the person who was going to talk to me, which was Rebio Ginano, and you've been a back completely a yasi. There's no way Obejas I yeno na Obedin Komo, enti waonim. It be so Ghana be. Enti infancy ha, Yamia Duma Monday, Evabe Twaso, Mamunina Alajupa. Have a pleasant weekend. Cheers. Bye.
Makamasa Micho, yeah. Sipete o Santo.
Got me feeling like a unicorn. Wow. I need more be the soda. Fresh melanin girl, be like she from Volta. She said, make I take her to the altar. She said, make I do the play. I'm running in your drug bar. What will be that? I was blind, now you make I see the future. Baby, take a picture. Make I put on Insta, put on Twitter. Make I show them definition of a diva. What? Your back like blackish. Go, go, put our waist on rotation. Gaga, on points like punctuation. Baby, you deserve a standing ovation. No matter.
Although I go, baby, I never see your type. My girl, I like your vibe. For your love, in a good time. Baby, I go. Although I go, baby, I never see your type. My girl, I like your vibe. For your love, in a good time. What's it? Although you cry, although you embrace, Obi, you tell my say, and my house, I painting away number one. Although you number one. Missy, you don't yet go, although you embrace, Obi, you tell my say, and yes, I want painting away number one. Although you number one, oh, your back like plantation, turn around, no rotation. Baby girl, you deserve a standing ovation. It's in the baby, I